We can say who's going to go first.
Brichette's going first.
Okay. Woo! Ready for the show?
So,
You know MashUp?
little fiasco last night. Didn't go to mine.
Oh, see?
I'm a little tie-tie right now. Actually, if you could talk a little softer, that would really help my head. There's a watermelon in
I'm going
there.
to get on with the show. Hi, I'm Brigette King.
It's still so loud. And I'm Corey Amato, and you're watching MashUp. Ow.
Richmond has a thriving theater scene, as well as support for up-and-coming artists. Pretending Trees is a monthly forum for actors to perform and get feedback from the audience about their acting chops. Joe Carlson spearheads the forum.
And see another as I see thee now, death in thy right as I see thee installed in mine.
It was started by Justin Dre, I think like maybe a year ago. I don't know exactly for sure. But it was inspired by like his desire to just bring people into a space, like people that studied acting or didn't study acting or performers, and get them to kind of remember what it was like to perform when you were a kid and maybe you were tree number 4. Start off, everybody who comes raise their hands in the air and you pretend to be a tree. Kind of brings everyone to the same level. There's something said for that, and like I think people can make some pretty badass trees. So he started it as in hopes that it would become a forum. It was kind of a spin-off from Project Resolution for filmmakers. There's a woman she's from Broadway, she's a costume designer, and she said she feels like Richmond's just waiting for that ass to be tapped. There's a lot of people who are actors in this community or performers. You know, there's burlesque troupes, there's puppetry, there's actors, there's dancers, musicians. So I guess it's or people that do act but not like professionally or whatever, or stand-ups, whatever. To get them to come here and just do some work. Anytime you have an opportunity to perform, you're learning something. Anytime you get to perform for an audience, it's different. I can sit in my room and like just smash a piece I've been working on, and it's like perfect. But there's a different element when you get it in front of an audience, and because there's an exchange of energy that happens and you're sharing it with them. So it's different, especially with theater, which is so different from film. Is that audience is a really integral part as far as the energy goes. So anytime you get to stand up in front of a crowd and perform, you're going to learn something.
Pretending Trees is held on the last Tuesday of the month at the Firehouse Theater. It's presented by Yellow House, the fine folks who brought you Project Resolution. And it's free and open to the public. So all you would-be Brad Pitts need to get yourselves down to the Firehouse for some constructive criticism. For more information, go to yhva.org. Fact for the day. Hostels. Know what they are? Or that we have one coming to Richmond? Hostels are friendly, safe, and inexpensive accommodations for travelers of all ages. This is educational travel promoting discovery of the local culture. Brigitte got the story.
What is a hostel? And it means so many things to so many different people. From the point of view of someone who's never traveled, it's a way actually to meet people from other countries. So
that's a lot of what Hostel is about in America, is a sort of bonding together, which is what's happening in Richmond, almost more than I've seen any place in America recently. So
I hosteled a lot last year, and mostly in Asia and Australia, Japan, China, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia.
Hosteling works that way. It works off of each other's adventures and what they're doing and how they do it.
You take that social element, like the common room, and say you're in Europe and you're with Germans or you're with Italians or people from wherever, all over the world.
for those who are in the neighborhood, they get to meet people from Japan, Germany, Ireland, UK, France. Those are 5 of the countries that send the most people abroad to hostels.
That's the kind of clientele we'll probably see coming into Richmond, with a proper international, small, moderate-sized hostel.
I was at the Green Fest in D.C. I walk over to the hosteling table, and I asked John Wills, I said, do you have a hostel brochure for New York? He said, no. Are you from New York? I said, no, I'm from Richmond. He goes, well, we've always wanted to have a hostel in Richmond. And I said, that's strange. I've always wondered why we didn't have one. So we found this building, and so it has just mushroomed from this little seed.
Well, that's the whole thing. It is a social experience.
Yeah.
And it really does build you up, because you get to learn so much more by interacting with other people and other travelers. You get their perspective.
by having this prime location in Richmond, we'll be able to bring those hostelers down into Richmond, travelers from all over the world.
Richmond's going to be the gateway to the South.
The Richmond Hostel Committee would like to get the hostel open in the next few months. They're presently working to secure support from the city and funding. To volunteer your help in getting RVA's hostel open to the public, go to Richmond at PotomacHostels.org.
Today's featured poster is the Hobo Film Festival, tonight at Gallery 5 at 8. A unique collection of train-hopping films with live performances by Tony Wayne. The evening will feature a mixture of short films and YouTube bits, paying tribute to the last remaining form of red-blooded American adventure. It's only $5 to ride the rails. Gas prices kind of suck right now.
I know, they're so expensive.
Hate having an SUV.
It's almost $4, I think. How else can we get to work every day?
That's a good question.
Biking,
Moped,
Vespa,
Vespa,
we could skip.
or something else. Maybe you can find out on Friday.
Are you hinting at something?
Well, I'm segueing to the ending of the show.
Oh. Until Friday, I'm Jeff Petrine.
And I'm Corey Amato. And now segue out with a
See ya.
segue.
Richmond has a thriving theater scene, as well as support for up-and-coming artists. What the?
Yeah, I want to read.
Go ahead.
I should take out my gum.
Yes, you do. Volunteer your help in getting RVA's hospital.
Pretend. I didn't go. So you know what my shirt says?
No, I couldn't figure it out.
Future Comet Cheerleader. See, it looks a little cheerleader.
I do.
What else am I doing?
Lightning bolt?
I'm going to lightning bolts. Power of the boobs. I don't know.
And then when you put it on, you'd be like,
It's like, look at my cleavage. If I didn't have a shirt on here, like, look at the cleave.
I don't think you could have cleavage.
Just have to push really hard. Ow. I think I just bruised my areola.